Hey guys, how's it going? Hello. Welcome to to today, which is also a big day. So first, hi, Randy. I am Hillary Raven Porter. I'm a multidimensional healer and Tamiana Starseed Oracle. You might follow me, you might not. I'd love if you don't to pop on over and follow. Yeah. Hi. I'd like to start with what's alive for us today. So we're here today on the 21st of December after a big, long, crazy year. We know we don't need to get into it because I think we all know what's going on. And today it felt like the earth was crying. Today it felt like Gaia was just releasing like these big, beautiful drops. You know, when you have one of those cries that afterwards you're just like, I so needed that. You feel spent, but relief, like that cleansing. And it's there. There's some science to that as well. So in your tears, you actually release chemicals, and depending on why you're crying, depends on the chemicals that are released. So when you release from emotion, you actually release specific chemicals out of your body, and it gives that oh, right? So today is the Great Conjunction. It's been all over the place. I can't say I know a ton about it. I do know Jupiter and Saturn. They're in alignment. So, and the last time we actually entered an age of Aquarius, like this, was 200 years ago. Aquarius is all about innovation and breaking the boundaries. Hello! And breaking the boundaries of everything, right? It's about just like, you know what? What am I expected to do? I think I'm going to do the other thing, but I'm still going to get to this amazing place or discover something new. And it's going to be a powerful time. But not but. And we're going to go into a lovely meditation. It's a meditation that's been adapted. I use it in multiple different ways. I usually don't do a meditation the same way twice because who knows what's going to come up in that moment, right? But it's something that I got the basis from during a wonderful Tweena training from Sarah Pritchard. She's amazing. She's phenomenal. I've been blessed to take extra workshops with her because she looks at more than just moving and manipulating the physical body, right? She's a lovely, amazing being. So let's start off with really checking in with ourselves about what's alive. What's alive in us today? We're also going to be, I mean, the days are going to be getting longer, which is quite lovely. This darkness has been an interesting one this year. So, so the card apparently is coming first. But I'll share this in a second, but talking about what's alive in us as we enter into this new space, we are basically in the middle of cocoon time, right? We're coming up to where we get to peel back and be transformed if we've been doing the work while we've been in the cocoon. Sometimes we just go into that cocoon and we don't really do much, right? And then we come out in the spring, late winter, and we're like, huh, awesome. Like nothing really changed. And you see the same patterns going over and over and over again. And that's because during this down into the underworld realms, we probably just did this, right? We didn't want to look at what was coming up. And it's not easy. I'm not saying the stuff that when we look into ourselves is easy. It isn't. It's often the stuff that we fight against the hardest because it's human. We're like, no, 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 I don't need to do that. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Right? But working on the inner realms, the outer realms, but also the hidden realms, the ones that we've hidden away consciously and subconsciously. So I'd really like to check in and what's alive with you right now in this moment. Not what you want tomorrow or the next day, but really how has this day been? How has this moment been for you? Because that can also really show us on these power days, whether it's the eclipses, the full moon may really affect you, but like the really super power days, eclipses, like I already said, the equinox, Imbolc, Samhain, all of those main days where there's these vortexes that are created can really show where we're coming from. And that's what we can transmute to continue on where we're going. For myself, I've been awkward all day. And I find this happens on power days for me. I don't want to say lose myself, but I had clients today and I was just like, yep. And it was hard for me to speak. It was hard for me to get things out. And instead wanted to just go straight to the body work, just go be like, okay, thank you for sharing. Now let's go right into this space, because it felt awkward. It was coming out, and I don't know, and this happens on power days for me. I've noticed I go quite inward and quite, it's hard to express what is in the brain, right? What is in the heart, as opposed to just feeling it, right? It's pulling out of that doing and into the being, which is a struggle for many of us, and is definitely something I've been learning a lot this fall. I like to call it something like pacing. So I'd love to hear from you. What is alive in you right now, if you're called to share, but there's no pressure to share. Yeah. So for me, I need to look into this awkwardness thing, and just, yeah, it just happens. I think it's also being human from my perspective, but I was reflecting on this today about what this awkwardness means, and we're so, like, I'm a healer. That's part of what I do. And if we're not so perfect, how can we help other people? But that's the thing, is because we're not so perfect, that's how we help other people. Because it's what we've been through and what we may be going through now that actually reflects and helps us really put ourselves in the other person's shoes and be like, I totally get you. I know where you've come from. I've used this or that, or, it's that kind of thing that allows us to show up. But it's so, Brandy, actually, you had a post on this other day. You're like, no, we need to show up more just as we are. And it's true, just showing up as we are. But that's one of the hardest things to do, especially when it's so ingrained in us from our own generation and from the generation before and before and before and before, that business looks like this, right? So I resolved to show up more awkwardly and more ridiculously, because that's a very big thing in our house. We're pretty random in this house, and silly. So Brandy, great, grounded, clear, and present. Today has been a great day, but time flew by. Yeah, right? Is it already like 6:30 tonight? It's crazy. And yay, I'm feeling the grounded, the clear, and the present. So good. So let's keep that going in with this energy. I'm really excited. I do love this meditation. So the card that I pulled today is, this is from my Tao Oracle. It's my favorite deck right now. It's Deliverance. So it's interesting. Look at that image. Yeah. Like, how absolutely perfect is that for today? Release, relief, a fresh approach, liberation from obstruction, finding a solution and exhilaration. And we are coming into the new year, and there's all these cultural things. That's another thing that's a challenge, being on the, like, everybody's being like, happy holidays and welcome to the new year, and as the new year comes you need to do these things, and it's like, yeah. Because if you don't feel like saying that, or that's not something you believe in, it's so the cultural norm, and then, yeah, that's a whole nother thing. So conjunction, power, Jupiter, Saturn. We're in the middle of that transformation, just a little bit past the middle. But we're at that part where you can start seeing the light. Picture it as the womb that we're starting to, like, peek our little eye out and be like, okay, that's what's out there. Not quite ready yet. Gonna marinate a little bit longer, right? And then we're gonna go in. And we're just gonna keep poking our head out until it's time to come out of that cocoon, but we really have no choice at the end. We just have to come out. So, today's card, Deliverance. We're just going to dive in. We're going to dive into the meditation. Get yourself comfy. I highly recommend for what they said. I highly recommend laying down or standing up, as we are going to be drawing the energies of the earth up through our feet and the energy of the stars down through our crown to mingle in our dantian. So the dantian is that lovely space. If you find your belly button and you find the top of your pubic bone, you know, when you're like, oh, my tummy hurts. It's that spot. But that's where we hold a lot of our power. Okay, the dantian, the vortex. And so we're going to be mingling the star and the earth energy between those spaces. And we're going to use that. So the reason why I suggest laying down or standing up is it's an easier visual than if you're sitting cross-legged. For most people, if you find this an easy visual for yourself as well, totally sit cross-legged or however feels comfortable. You can even sit on a chair with your feet flat on the ground. It's just easier to visualize the energy coming up through your feet and down through your crown when we are positioned in one of those three ways: standing, laying down flat, or sitting on a chair with our feet flat on the ground. Okay. If you have a journal, it's good to have. Any crystals, you know, all the accoutrements. A glass of water, because as you can hear, the codes are coming out, so the water will be charged with the energy that you will have swirling around you, and then afterwards you drink that, and it helps to go further down into the cellular structure and to create shifts. Okay, we're basically making an essence of the meditation, a vibrational essence. Comfortable. I brought giraffe. We have this is giraffe. Giraffe is quite soft and creates that safe space within my nervous system. Really calms down and settles everything. So if something in that area as well, in around you, helps you create that space of feeling soft and comfortable and safe. Okay, safety is very paramount right now. Our nervous systems are, I don't even know how many nervous system potions I've made over the last 6 months for people, but let's help you feel safe, okay? And if you need to use the bathroom, I suggest doing so now. The meditation can last anywhere from 15 minutes to 25, 30 minutes. It really depends on what comes through for codes and everything like that. Okay. See, this is how my awkwardness comes out. 100%, calling it out right now. So we talked about what was alive for you, what was coming up for you today. Now I'd really like you to think about, what do you wish to bring into your life? Not what is expected of you to bring into your life, but what do you want to come into your life next? What is the next, whether it's something you want to come into your life, or what is your next step in your life? And if you don't know, you can put that out there of like, please give me guidance. I'd love some guidance for that. But I'd really recommend having something tangible, but tangible as in a clear thought or desire or what's next to manifest, because we're going to take that and we're going to amplify it with the energies that we are creating through part of the meditation. Okay? Okay. So get yourselves cozy. I'm just going to get something. I'll be right back. Okay. Are we ready? I invite you to close your eyes, but please note any time during this meditation, if there is anything that has you feeling agitated or uncomfortable or unsafe, please adjust as you need to as we are going through the meditation. If you have trauma in your past, closing your eyes may not feel safe. And it's okay to gently relax your eyes at a point in the distance, so not really focusing on anything, but your eyes aren't fully closed. That can feel safer, okay? Settle into your body. And place your hands upon your dantian, the space just below your belly button and just above your pubic bone. Place them so that your thumbs and your forefingers create a triangle, a diamond shape around your belly button. Your hands cupping your lower torso. We're going to breathe in deep through our nose. And as you breathe in, you feel your lungs expand. And as you breathe out, you feel your body settling, your energy settling. On the next in-breath. Breathe in gold. Gold particles, gold, sparkly. Breathing in, down into your lungs. And as you breathe out, you feel that gold working its way into your body, through, filtering down, down, down. And on the next in-breath, you breathe in more gold into your lungs. You feel them filling full. As you breathe out, you feel that gold filtering through your shoulders and your arms. Down to your very fingertips. You breathe in. You breathe in the gold. Down into your lungs. And as you breathe out, you feel that gold sinking itself down through your legs, your knees, your calves and your feet, all the way to the sole, the part that is touching the earth. Another deep breath in, gold filling your lungs, and as you breathe out, you feel the gold filling your back and your neck, all the way up to your head. We're going to focus beneath our hands. We're going to feel a light. It might just be a spark. It might be bigger. It might be the size of a tennis ball. Maybe it's huge. Wherever this light is for you, under your hands, whatever size it may be, each and every time you breathe in, you feel that light expand. You feel it expand fuller and fuller with every breath. Another deep breath in and out. And we're going to scan our bodies from the top of our heads. You're going to work your way down. And as you work your way down with each and every breath, you're going to notice anything that's uncomfortable, anything that's sparkly. And it's just a noticing. And if it's uncomfortable or tight or worried, you're going to breathe that golden light into it, into that space. We'll start with the tops of our heads, our crown, our Sishin Chong, our gateway to the Rainbow Bridge, to our Antakarana, and to the stars. And move our way down, down, down through our face, our forehead, our cheeks, our jaw, stai tokusai tita stai, down the back of our head, our skull to where it meets the top of our neck. Ai sutoshtai, breathing into all those spaces that are worried and tight. Apsitoshtai, and acknowledging those that feel loose and free. Astai katina, astai and loved. Apsitoshtotstai, we scan down through our brain, noticing all those little parts that light up, that can't quite settle. That's okay. Down through our ears, our neck, the front and the back. Astitoshtai, kininonomostoaya. And breathe that golden light into our shoulders, all the places we are holding ourselves in protection. Astai hutsta, down our upper arms and our elbows, our forearms and our hands, our fingertips. And as you breathe in, you fill your throat with light, golden and brilliant, and settle down through your chest and your torso, down into your hips. Astai sotakai nisutai astatushkai. On the next in-breath, breathe into the top of your back. And as you breathe out, feel it moving down, down, down over your back, down, down into your hips. Ashtaya Sikotoaya. Acknowledging all of those areas that feel worried, filling them with the love and the golden light. Ashtiknai. Through our hips and our buttocks. Scanning down through our thighs. Asitostai, Kaninotstai. And our knees. They support us, they hold us up. Astitoshtakai nistayata. Sometimes they feel weak. Astitoshtai, breathing that golden light. Atitomonoskai nita. Down through our calves, our ankles, our Achilles heel. Astitoshtai. Into our feet. Nesotoshtai atikutua. Before we draw on the space of the earth and her love, we're going to take a moment to breathe in deep and fill our kidneys, our lower back, with extra light, an extra golden light. Astitoshtai ganinostai. A deep breath in, that golden light. And as you breathe out, feel it settle down into your lower back and into your kidneys. On the next breath in, we're going to breathe in silver. Astitoshtakai nistai atotostai. Breathe in the silver. Deeper and deeper. And as you breathe out, feel it settle down into your kidneys, into your lower back. Astikotostai nostai totoshtkanianastai titashtai. The kidneys are our space, our pre-heaven essence. What we have received from our parents and from those before them. Astitoshtakai nitutstai tutshtakamniostai nasta. Your next breath in, you breathe in lavender, iridescent lavender, in deeply, deeply, deeply. And as you breathe out, you feel it settle down to your lower back and your kidneys. Ashtikotonastai atstai tutushtutstai. This is the area where we hold a lot. That is no longer ours. That has never been ours. Astutushtai, tukununustai, ditashtakai. The 3 layers to help release. Atutshtanyetstai. We're going to work our way down through our knees again, our calves and our feet. As we get to the soles, feel these beautiful little tendrils working their way out the bottom of your feet. Reaching down through the floor. And as you feel these moving their way down towards the earth, feel the heat underneath your hands growing more. That golden orb within you is eager, is excited to mingle with that above the earth. Feel those tendrils go through the rocks, through the soil, down to the very core of the earth. And just take a few moments here, a few breaths, to really feel this space beneath you. Sasatoshtai gotone anashtita tastaka. Nyamato saya otstita otstok ototninai tapato chustu syotsta. Nyatsta toshta knino dostita tina pomama sitashtai. Nashtai kasatoto muaya. Nyarasatstitashta. Now we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, you're going to feel the earth, all her healing energy coming up through those tendrils. Astitoshtai. Breathe in and up, the power from her healing energy all the way up into that orb right below your hands. Asatoshtai, asitatoshtai, takamosta. And as you breathe out, send down anything that has you worried, stressed, aching, tense, that doesn't feel connected to you anymore, back down through your legs, down through your feet, down through those tendrils, back into the earth, and ask her to transmute these for you, to take these for you. Sitashtai, to clear these for you. And when you breathe in the powerful earth energy that has been cleansed and cleared and transmuted. Apasitoshtai, atsto, the pure core power. Apasitoshtai, breathe it in and up through your feet, through your legs, your knees, your thighs, your hips, all the way back to that space underneath your hands. Astatoshtai, itototstai. Feel the heat rising. Asitoshtai. And as you breathe out, again, down, down, down into the earth, asking her, thanking her in gratitude for her ability to transmute all these pieces that no longer fit. Astitoshtai. For the next couple of breaths, as you breathe in, breathe out that clarified energy, that earth energy, that solid energy back up into your dantian, that place underneath your hands. And as you breathe out that which you no longer require. And we'll do this for a couple of breaths. Each breath noticing the power beneath your hands growing stronger and stronger. The heat rising. Satosa, sitosotoshta, tokumoya niatsta, toshtukatiniatsta, Yamanostaya, toshtaya, nistaya, momanasitashta, kitnino, soto, momaya, satashtakai. Yarasitotoshni, niatsta, toshto, ayatsotichkinino, moyasta. Have another breath in. Up through the legs, into the dantian. Nesotoshto astaya, tokonina astaya, toshtakni. Osaya, titoshtaya, nistai. Let's take a moment here. I'd like you to move your hands just a little bit off of your body. Asitostai, inch, half inch, astitostai. We're going to breathe in. We're going to feel that orb grow and feel the heat between our hands and our body. Breathe out. Another deep breath in and feel that light growing stronger. And breathe out. If it feels comfortable for you to stay in this space, to feel that current growing, that charge between your body and your hands, please leave your hands here. But if it feels more comfortable for you to place your hands back on your body, please do so. We're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're going to go up, up, up through our solar plexus, through our heart, our shoulders, our neck, and feel that current running up your spine and through the top of your head. It's going to go up, up, up through the sky, the stars, and it's going to reach all the way to that place of the Great Conjunction, the power of Jupiter, the power of Saturn, and to the cooling, molten energy of the Pleiades. We're going to breathe in, and we're going to pull that energy down from the stars, from the planets, down through the sky, through the top of your head, your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your torso, and to the dantian, to that space below your hands, where it mingles with the earth energy. What colors are the earth energy compared to the star energy for you? Maybe they're reds and oranges for the earth, and the sky of blues and silvers and purples. Maybe browns and greens of the earth. And black and starlight for the sky. Whatever colors they may show up for you. Feel them mingling, see them mingling, sense them mingling beneath your hands. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, you're going to go up again through your spine, sending out anything that you want transmuted by the stars, through your neck, your head, up through the sky, the clouds, the stars, to the planets and the Pleiades. Deep breath in, feel it coming down from the stars, pulling down, 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 through your crown, your skull, down the back, your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your torso, and back down to the dantian. And feel it mingling with that earth energy. The coolness of the stars with the heat of the earth. Transmuting and electric. Another deep breath in. And on the exhale, we're going up again. The spine, the neck, the skull, up through the crown, through the sky, the clouds, the stars, past the moon. Saturn and Jupiter and the Pleiades. Brilliant. While we're up there, feel that connection down through your feet, down through your legs, your feet, and down into the earth. Drawing up from the earth, as you draw down from the stars, cosmic current connected, in your dantian, that place beneath your hands. Now on the next inhale, feel that star energy coming down. See the cosmic current down through your crown. Feel it flowing over your body, over your shoulders and your arms and your hands, dripping silver down your body, down your back and your torso and your hips. Astitoshto over your dantian. Asaya tikatota niatsta. Your hips, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your feet. Ashtai. Asitoa. Orasitsatai. Encased in the star energy on the outside. Astokotoa. The heat of the earth within, astitoshto, toshto, toshtai, tskoa, working in unison, ashtitoa, to transmute every cell within your body. Asasato takamani ostai, ashtitoa, feel the power beneath your hands, ashtoko moma sitashtai, yapastai, furnace within you, satotoa, tskitita, atochka, the potential beneath your hands, asatoshtai, atototskaya, to create whatever you desire, ashtatskoa, to not do what is expected, ashtakaninonosta, totoshta, but to do what is required, astatoshtoaya, by you. Astitoshtaka tudunusta tochta by your I am seed. Apasitoshtoa, that truth space that is you. Astastokosta, why you were born here. And why you were meant to continue. Apasitoshtahatskatai. It is time. No more wasting of time. Astatoshtahatsta, to take what is your step? Astatoshtai tutskatinaya. Take a couple deep breaths into our dantian. With every breath, feeling the orb swirling like a marble with the energy of the galaxies and the energy of the earth. Sta, deep breath in. Out. Satashkatai tututus tututachkiniya. Another deep breath in, Yatstao, feeling it fuller and fuller and fuller. Astatoshtai, and on the out breath, I'd like you to move your hands up from your dantian. Onto your hearts. Astatoshtoasta. Nyapasotoshtai asti totota ishkata, the energy of which you have charged your hands is now transmitted to your heart. Astasthaya tokuwa. Feel its beating. Apsitoshto kunyunustotaya. Fuller and louder. Apsitoshto, more defined and clearer. Apsitoshtoa tknina, with that intention that you claimed as yours before we began. Apsitoshto tkutinunyatstaya. Nyatstatostakaya nostaya. Yalorsatzikita nutstoaya. Breathe in to this heart. Astishtaya situshtua. See that marbling effect throughout. This is the power connected from your dantian, feeding the current of your heart. Astikushtotstai totoatsina. This is your birthright. This is your star, right? This is astokotnyatstatashtkitutastaya. Your right, your life. Astatoshtokonitstautoshtoaya. Because you are stardust, ashtiknoaya, and you are of this earth, ashtito sotoa. Both one and the same. You have the right to you. Astuchkaya, to your I am. Astuchtugunutstaya. Not that which they tell you it must be. Safsotoshtoka. A deep breath in. Draw up that current from your dantian and from that orb of power up, up, up to a cord connected to your heart, and feel it pulsing. Ashtito sto, with every breath. You feel the transmission from your dantian to your heart, from your heart to your dantian. Astakaya totstoatsta. Niutstu isitushtaya. Because is your power. Asitoshtai. Asitoshtai nistai. Nyats totoboneasina totoskiniasta. Hostai. Astutashtiknostitaya. Postai. It is time to claim the unexpected. Nasitoshtai. 3 words. What are they? Asotaya sitasta. The first 3 that come. Apusitoshtai are the 3 that were meant. Astitos signutstai ashtita. For the rest of your time in this cocoon. Sta tutushtai nistai ama. It's where to focus. Astutoshta, to place your focus. Astiunostai tshti, 3 words. Nyasatostai. Deep breath in. Fill yourself with gold again. Take a deep breath in. We're going to feel our toes and we're going to feel our feet. Style, 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 shnina style, toska, no style, shtamasita. And as you breathe in, you're going to feel your room around you. Apasito style, atikuna style, titono style, hear the sounds. Atishto nasita. And as you breathe in, you're going to feel the light upon your face. Astaya, sotaya, sitashtakai. Asitoshtaya, nistaya, nasta. You will feel full, embodied, solidly within yourself. Ashtaya, sitostai, nyapasata, stotai, tsikyatai. Clear, complete. Napasitostai, atashtakai, no stoastai. Resolved in your next steps. Stashto, stayasya, deep breath in. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your hands. Slowly, slowly, slowly open your eyes. Nyapasato staya, kono saya sitasta. Come back into the space that is your room. The space upon which you are laying, standing, or sitting. Mesotostai, titostai, stakanoya sitas tomomastai. If you need to take a moment as you are coming back to the space to write down the 3 words. Aya sota, sota, sito, sotsta, konustai. Ngekutskatprinai. A good exercise to do with the words that may have arisen for you. If they don't make sense, or they do make sense, but maybe they're not the love and light and the comfortable words, we tend to want those words that may mean something easy, right? Like, or may seem benign. So my 3 words were power, sex, and self, which are 3 of the 5 points of the pentagram. And it's interesting because I can feel within my body this not discord, but this like, ooh, when I see the word power. So for me, that's going to be the first place I'll start. But there's this very easy exercise to dive further into what may be attached to these words. So whether they're pleasant words or unpleasant words for you, if they cause discomfort within your body, or you're like, yeah, I got this. This is a really good exercise to really look further into them, to really uncover what's under there if there's things that are holding you back. Because even the comfortable things, often we're like, that's fine. But maybe there's that little thing underneath that we say it's fine, but it's not. I know I'm prone to that. No, I'm good, right? So it's the 5 questions of clarity. Very awesome, simple, powerful tool that you can actually increase the power of it and access more of the subconscious by using your non-dominant hand. So write the questions with your dominant hand and then answer with your non-dominant hand. So I would write with my right because I'm right-handed, and then I'd answer with my left. And it really accesses those spaces that are hidden away because you're so focused on trying to write letters that you can't be like, oh no, I can just write whatever I want, and then skirt your way around it because it takes so much to even write with this opposite hand, right? So if you've worked with me before, I've probably recommended this. You've probably heard about this. But it's so powerful. I use it all the time. And it's the 5 questions of clarity. So it's 5 questions. And you take the concept or the word that you want to dive deeper into. So for example, for myself, it would be the word power. And the first question you ask yourself is, what is, insert here, so what is power? The second question is, what does culture say about power? The third question is, what are challenges with power? The fourth are, what are benefits of power? And the fifth are, what is one thing I know to be true about? For me, it would be power. And you write, you ask one question, and you continue to write until nothing else comes out for that question. So you just write and write and write. And if you don't know what to write, literally just start writing. I don't know what to write. And just keep doing that, but asking yourself that question, and it'll come through that flow, right? And then some stuff will come out. No judgment. Who cares about punctuation? Who cares about spelling? Who cares about run-on sentences? It doesn't matter. You just write until nothing else comes out. Don't reread it yet. Do second question, third question, fourth question, fifth question, all the same way. Ask your question, write your answer. And like I said, to increase the potency of this, to get even more deep into it, write with the question with your dominant and answer with your non-dominant. You can also do it all with your dominant if you choose to. But writing is also a key part of this, okay? Not typing it out, not speaking into a microphone. Writing it accesses a different part, and it even accesses a different part if you do pencil on paper versus a pen on paper. There's something about the texture. There's been studies about this. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember what exactly the discovery was and how it does this, it triggers the brain. All I remember is pencil on paper is more than pen on paper. My theory is it has to do with the texture, right? Because there's little ridges. There's a little push and give, the pencil on the paper. So you do all these questions, and then you put them away for 24 to 48 hours, and you don't read them right away. Your brain actually reads them differently in that moment than the next day. And I experimented with this, and I read something, and I was like, oh. And my brain wanted to read something different, and that's what it gave me. But when I read it the next day, it was exactly what I've written. And I was just like, what is going on? It's not what I wrote. But it was, because your brain, it's trying to protect us, and it's trying to be safe. But within that area as well, sometimes what it deems as safe is actually no longer safe for us. So I encourage you to really feed this heart with that star energy and with that earth energy, I really encourage you to feed that dantian, that space right below our belly button. Yeah, with the earth energy coming up. They're there to transmute that which doesn't serve. So you breathe out to them what doesn't serve you, what the worries, the little parts of pain, right? Whatever feels uncomfortable, and you're like, this is not mine. And when you breathe in the transmuted energy, the cleared energy from the stars into the earth, and have them meet in your dantian, and then flow it up to your heart and circulate it back and forth. Okay. If anybody has any questions or would love to share what has come up for you, I would love to hear, either now or if that doesn't feel safe for you. You can also send me a private message. I would gladly, would love to be grateful. I never know what the right word, right? Because there's so many things. It's like my heart is excited to hear how it goes for you, but also is wants to support and love. There's no one word. The English language sometimes, right? Happiest solstice to you. And if you need any support, I'm here through the holidays, holding space, offering guidance, and holding you in the utmost love right now. We've got this. Let's keep it going. Right. Okay. So much love and stardust to you. I will see you soon.